Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second hour of the 24-hour genealogy marathon. I'm Miriam Pierre-Louis. I'll be your host this hour and the next hour. For this hour, we have Daniel Horowitz confirming smart matches and record matches at MyHeritage. I'd like to introduce Daniel. Daniel is the genealogy expert at MyHeritage, providing key contributions, liaising with genealogy societies, bloggers, and media, as well as lecturing and attending conferences around the world. I'm sure many of you in our audience today have seen Daniel live. I swear he is at every conference there is. He's probably had to slow down a little bit recently because of the pandemic, but as soon as we're all back together, he will be right there. Dedicated to genealogy since 1986, he was a teacher and the study guide editor of the Family History Project, Searching for My Roots in Venezuela for 15 years. Daniel is involved in several crowdsourced digitization and transcription projects and holds a board-level position at the Israel Genealogy Research Association. Now, unfortunately, schedules got a little bit crossed, and Daniel is actually on an airplane right now. And Daniel was horrified when he learned this because he loves nothing better than to do a live presentation. But he didn't want to let anyone down, so he has pre-recorded his webinar, and we're going to watch that so we can continue to learn about smart matches at MyHeritage. So let's get going with Daniel Horowitz.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the introduction, the invitation, and thank you all for being here. I'm very happy and pleasured always to be in this wonderful madness of 24-hour straight webinar. This time to talk about two of the greatest technologies that MyHeritage offers you, the smart matches and record matches, and how to take advantage of those two. And this kind of technologies were there pretty much since the beginning when MyHeritage realized that the best way that we can help you connecting your past, your present, your future is actually giving you the tools to find and expand your family tree. Now, the platform of MyHeritage started with the possibility to build family trees, and especially important for today's lecture, we have right now 84 million of those family trees, which means 5 billion profiles that can match the information in your family tree. We also have 17 billion historical records. I'm pretty sure if you're not watching this live, and yes, this will be recorded and will stay in the legacy platform for some time, or maybe ever. At the moment, today we have 17 billion, but probably this number will grow very fast. And those are also records that you can take advantage whenever you have a family tree on MyHeritage. We also have 5.7 million DNA kits, all of them getting matches between each others and being allocated to the ethnicity estimation and the more than 2,100 genetic groups, but that is the subject for a different lecture. And all this available, supported in 42 languages, what means that everybody around the world is actually using MyHeritage to build their family trees and to record all their stories. Now, why this is important for you? Well, because all this is the information that it's available for you and the information that MyHeritage will try to use to match to your family tree. But step number one, you must have a family tree on MyHeritage. And if you already have, you're good. Please relax, sit back, and enjoy for just, allow me for just a couple of minutes, because I'm pretty sure that still are out there people that don't have a family tree in MyHeritage. And I really cannot understand why, when MyHeritage gives you the opportunity to do this for free. So let's go just for a few minutes on this process. And when you go to myheritage.com and you don't have an account and you are not logged in, this is the screen that you are going to see, or probably some similar to this. In this case, we're going to ask you for a few of your details and your parents' details, because this is not only going to build a family tree for you, but it's also going to open that free account on MyHeritage. Worth noting that if you already have a family tree someplace else, you can import that tree in what is called the GEDCOM, which is the standard format to move family trees from one place to the other. So you really don't need to start from scratch. If you want that, please be my guest. But if not, all you need to do is to have that file in your computer, to click below the continue into the import tree as a GEDCOM, and just answer a few more details to create the account and to be able to upload the tree. But let's go with the crowd that will go this path in order to create the family tree from scratch. MyHeritage will help you filling and knowing what information is needed. So we have already your information, we have your parents' information. Now it's time for your grandparents, and we will start from your mother side, your mother's mother, your mother's father. You will need to put over there only the information that you know, and very important, as you can see, to mark or not if the person is alive, because this is what's going to give the privatization settings to MyHeritage. Living individuals are always privatized, death individuals are public. And no worries, you will get matches with both living or deceased people. Whenever you don't know exactly the information, you can just leave it blank. But if you know, better to fill it without any problem. Now it's the time to your father's side, and right now we have already 7 individuals in your family tree. MyHeritage is ready to start researching and helping you to grow that family tree as fast as we can. And hopefully you will see this notice, and this is actually a smart match or a record match. Oops, I'm jumping the gun here, but okay, we're among friends. So this is a match. We found the information of one of those 7 individuals that you put in somebody else's family tree or records in MyHeritage. All you need to do is to compare the information and accept or not if this is true. And if this is true, you click yes, and MyHeritage will be able to provide you with up to 50 individuals, not only their names, not only dates, places, also pictures, if they are in the system. And just going down to the end of the list and clicking the button right there, you will be adding all those individuals into your family tree. This is what it's called instant discoveries, and we will talk about that probably in one more second. The next step is the password, because you're creating an account on MyHeritage and you should have it with a very secure password. We will give you also hint if your password is weak, is medium, or is strong. Try to have something that you will remember over there, but nothing that you use in other places as well. Once you have finished with this process, MyHeritage will bring you straight to your family tree. You will see how it grows because now you have 50 something. It could be 55, 57 individuals over there. All the new individuals, the new people that were added will have this new tag in the corner, so you can go and review them by in details and see what MyHeritage provided you. As I said before, this is called instant discoveries. Well, you can guess why, right? You got it instantly and MyHeritage discovered it for you. And this is based on those two technologies that we're talking about today, the smart matches and the record matches. The unique benefit from all over the other technologies is that you will be able to add entire branches to your tree with a single click. Now, just because I am a genealogist, I need to warn you to use caution and to verify that information after you copy it, because this may come from another family tree. And that means that the source may not be verified. Okay, so it's up to you to verify that information to make sure that it's correct and leave it or delete it as you want. Okay, so let's go straight into our today's matters, the smart matches. What are they? Very easy. Are tree-to-tree matches, meaning individuals in your family tree that also appears in somebody else's family tree. MyHeritage found them, just not because they are both have the same name, first or last name, but also because all the information from the person and from the close family also matches. Okay, so it's not only the birthday, the death place, the parents, the spouse, the kids, everything needs to match. And still, if not both trees have all the information, we can still be very accurate and bring you very good results. The benefits that you get from this technology, well, because it's coming from somebody else's tree, you will be able to contact that person, and it may be your relative, it may be somebody you never knew about it, and you will be able to exchange information and learn from that other person. Maybe the other person also have photos that you're missing. You will be able to extract that information directly into your tree, and I will show you step by step how to do that. And definitely, a single match can open a lot of doors and a lot of possibilities to change all your family research. But again, please use cautions because other family trees may have mistakes, and MyHeritage never plays Big Brother. So it's up to you to make sure that the information is accurate. And I always will suggest you, before you copy anything, to contact the other person and ask them, why do you have all the information from my family? How do you know when you have smart matches? Well, one way will be visually, because the cards of those people that have matches will have a green icon right on the corner. You will also see across the website on the gray bar on the top that the smart match icon also displays a number, and those should be the amount of matches that you're still pending to review. Where do you find those matches? Right under the discovery menu on your website. Of course, you can click that icon on the tree and that will give you the matches for that specific person. But coming here, you will be able to sort and view those matches either by people or by source. I have to admit that my preference is to view the smart matches by people, by individual, and I will just share what I think, and you then later can agree or disagree and use different methods to go over all these matches. So I'm coming here to matches by people. I choose smart matches, and then by default, MyHeritage will show you the pending matches, but you will be able to see also the new matches, and you may have new matches almost every week. Those matches that you have confirmed in the past or those that you have rejected in the past. If you have more than one tree, you will be able also to see the matches to all the trees or to any specific tree that you have. What else you can do here? You can sort those matches. And again, my preference is to sort by value, and I will tell you why in a second. But if you will prefer to clean up the amount of matches that you have, maybe you want to see them by the number of matches, or you want to see the most recent ones, and there is kind of a sense on that, or by first or last name, or by relationship, only the close people, the close to you people in the family tree, because probably you don't care that much for your second cousin, twice removed, third wife, parents, husbands. Yeah, kind of a complicated relationship, I would say. Okay, you can also search here for a specific person if you don't want to lose more than the time you have, and find if you have here specific matches for that person, either by first name or by last name. Now, why do I say that I prefer to have the matches by the value? Because once I add and I accept and I extract the information of one match, all the other matches for that person, they can go, I can ignore them, or I can accept them more easily because I already got all the information. Let me show you how to do that just by clicking on review matches. And in this case, I'm going to choose Joseph Jansen just because I have new information, as you can see there, but also the personal photo. So I have the birthplace, the death place, burial place. You can see all what you're gaining from those different matches. Okay, let's click on review the matches, and you will notice, and it was saying also in the previous window, that I have 11 matches for Joseph. What that means, only that Joseph appears in another 11 family trees from users in MyHeritage. Sometimes it can be the same user that has more than one tree. Sometimes are different users, but always you will be able to see who is that user, well, with limited information. And more important, and my first suggestion here to you, you're able to contact this person. So you can ask Laura, why do you have Joseph Jansen, my great-grandfather, in your family tree? How you are related to him, and what could be the relationship between you and me. Now, again, always I will need to have a little bit of patience until the other person answer. Sometimes they answer fast, sometimes well, they never answer. Nothing we can do about that, but pray and have a little bit more of patience. What else you can do here? Well, you can ignore this person. Why? Because really this may be a very long shot, a very far away individual or relatives in your family tree. And let's be honest, you don't care about Joseph Jansen. And that's fine. Okay, you don't want to deal with all these matches. So all you need to do is go here and say, ignore this person. And MyHeritage will not show you any more information about him or any more matches about him. The other thing that you can do, and you will need to do this for every match, is to reject the match. And I have to say, for a long time, I have not seen any false positives, except for when we are talking about John Smith, born in 1800s in the Massachusetts area. Yeah, I guess that there were a lot of John Smiths born in that time and place, and things can get a little bit complicated when names repeated among the different family trees. So you will and you can reject the matches. Now, I'm going to take this opportunity to answer a question that I know a lot of people ask me. Well, what if the match is correct, but some of the information is wrong? Well, if the information is wrong and the match is correct, the match is correct, okay? So you can review and accept the match. That doesn't mean you need to agree or extract all the information. This is not a reason to reject the match. It may be a reason to ignore or to accept and just leave it as is. Another thing that happens to me a lot is that I have no idea who this Joseph Jansen is. So I do a right-click over viewing tree, and I am able to open a new tab and to see exactly who this person is. But let's go in deep into this match and let me see what else I can learn and what else is there for me. MyHeritage will show you side by side the information in your tree on the left, the information in Laura's, in this case, on the right. And MyHeritage will also tell me if this is new information, different information, complementary information, or what type of information I'm gaining from this match. I can keep going down and see all the information. I will also be able to see other relatives that may be in the other tree. And the good news is that I will be able to extract those details and add them to my tree with one click. And at the very bottom, I will have a more extended view of this section of the tree, and I can compare a little bit better my tree to Laura's tree. Okay, so if after all this you still think that this is not a good match, you can reject it right from here. Otherwise, you can go back to the top and just click in the orange button and say confirm match. Once you do that, and you can just select confirm to also save all the new and improved information into your tree, or you can just simply confirm and then go into the next window. And this is normally how I do my matches. And now the same similar window, left is your tree, right is the other family tree, will have now some arrows in the middle. And those arrows will actually allow me to take the information from the other family tree and to add it into mine. So I see that I have a birth year over there, but I'm missing the place. So just by clicking there, I will be copying the information into my tree. Of course, that if I decided that this was a mistake, and just click again, and that will undo the taking of the information. If I go a little bit down, you will be able to see a button that by default, this is already marked, and this will be the source citation for this match. Now, in your case, your source is the other person's family tree. It doesn't matter that the other person found the record in the National Archive or in a historical place or even in another family tree. Your source is Laura's tree. And that is what is going to be reflected over there. You will be able to adjust the confidence of the match or the source. And always you will have a URL that allows you to go back to that tree and review the information. Now, let's go a little bit more in deep into this process. And I would like to show you more fields, because sometimes the basic is not enough. Whenever you click show more fields, MyHeritage will display more information for those fields that you are extracting. So now it's not just a date, Now I can, for example, say the month, the day, and the year, and if this is exact date or before or after or circa. I can also add individuals. I'm sorry, I can say if the person is alive or dead, and maybe I had it as alive, and this new information is telling me that the person is deceased, but I also can add new information as an alternate and not overriding the information that I already have in the tree. For whatever reason, maybe you have a slight different piece of information and you want to keep it with the source citation that you had over there. And if you don't have, very bad, but you want to add a new piece of information. And when you add that new piece of information, you can also add a specific source citation for that fact that you are extracting. Another thing that you can do is you can edit the information that you are copying it. In sometimes the information doesn't come in the format that you are used to. It may come in a different language. Remember that MyHeritage allows people to build their family trees in 42 languages, and you want to keep standardized the information in your tree. You can do it from here. And another thing is that you can write any biographical note or any note that you want to be associated to this individual. Okay, so now that you have done all this, well, remember that they were other relatives over there. Now you will be able to extract the information for those relatives, and you will be able to go one by one. You see that here I have new information, different information, complementary information, and you need to go one by one and clicking on the arrows that you want to copy to your tree. Or if the person actually was not in your tree, and that could be a case as well, with one click of the button, you will be able to copy everything and to put that individual in the right place on the family tree. Now, notice that at the very bottom of this page, you have a button that says extract all information. So you can also go over everything, and if you agree to everything, you click over there and MyHeritage will copy everything into your tree. Worth of advice here. I personally, if you ask me, I prefer to go one by one and take with each fact and each thing one at a time. The most important thing after you have done all this is to click on the Save to Tree, because otherwise it doesn't matter what you did up till now. MyHeritage didn't change anything in your tree. We prepared everything to be changed. So now all you need to click is on Save Tree and the information will be saved. When you go back to the review match, you can see now that the button, the orange button, is green. And from here, you can still go back and extract more information manually if you forgot or you didn't want to extract the information previously. You will see also the date that you confirm this match, and at any point in time, you will be able to come back here and to undo this confirmation. Just remember that by undoing the confirmation, you are not going to delete all what you extracted into your tree. So you will need to go detail by detail and delete or modify that information in case. That is why I really suggest you to pay very good attention and make sure that this is a good match and you want all this information. Okay, if you go down to the page, you will notice that now there is a comment over there, and it says that Daniel have confirmed this match. Now, what will happen if Laura will go into the same match and will do the same? I will see also over there a comment. So if Laura went first, when I arrive, I will see that Laura confirms. It may give me a little bit more of peace of mind, knowing that she went over and agreed, but I still will open very big my eyes and will check all the details. I can write any comment that I want over there, and both me and Laura will be able to see it. So why these smart matches are so helpful? Well, first, the technology is very powerful in order to find that accurate match and make sure that this is your individual. Secondly, you have a huge amount of information. Remember, 5 billion individuals in 84 million trees. But something more important than that, we have more than 462 million pictures, personal profile pictures, meaning that you are able to see the face of that other individual. Hopefully the other person uploaded a picture, and you will be able to see with your own eyes if this match is correct, in the case that you also have a picture and you recognize the individual. Also, remember, 42 languages, meaning that you're gaining information from all over the world. It's not limited to English or the United States or any country in the world. And the most important thing, it allows you to collaborate with the other users and work together in those matches and making sure that all the information is accurate. How do you receive those matches? Well, 3 ways. You can build a family tree on MyHeritage, just as I show you at the beginning. You can upload a GEDCOM, which I also mentioned at the beginning, or you could use either building from scratch or uploading a GEDCOM from our free software family tree builder. Just remember, you will need to synchronize your tree from the software to the website, because only synchronizing on the website, the technology will be available for the whole tree and you will get all those matches. When you're going to get those matches, first, in real time, meaning, remember when you build the family tree from scratch, you will get those matches for whoever you added to the 7 individuals. But also, every time that you modified birth, marriage, and death information, you add names or dates, or you change names or dates, immediately MyHeritage is going to take that information and it's going to compare to the database. Okay? Then, after you sync your family tree builder, your software, or after you have uploaded your full GEDCOM, MyHeritage will try to find matches for your full tree. And more importantly, continuously, because even if you didn't change or add or modified your tree, there are other trees that are coming into the system almost daily. So we will not do this every day, but we will do it once a week, and we will find new matches for you. Now, we would love for you to visit MyHeritage website every day or every week to look for the new matches, but let us do your life a little bit easier. We will send you an email, kind of a newsletter every week whenever we found new matches for you. We will tell you a little bit of information about the match, the information that you're gaining, and also the information about the other user. And right from here, you will be able to contact the other user. Now, the contact is going to be performed inside the MyHeritage system. You will not be able to see the other person's email address or the other person will not see yours as well. That is just one way how MyHeritage really cares for your privacy. Now, there are other types of emails that you can receive to your inbox. And in this case, those emails are triggered once anybody accepts a match. So remember, you accepted one from Laura's tree. Laura received an email just like this. Rafael, in this case, he agreed and accept one match with my tree. I am receiving an email alerting me about this match that was accepted. Now I can go and I can review that match right from here with one click, and I can decide if Rafael did a good job or, well, this was not a good match and I can disagree with him. Now, we understand that all genealogists don't like that much to trust other genealogists, but you will trust records. Well, I don't know why, because records sometimes also can be wrong. But in this case, we give you an option to find record matches, meaning that we will compare the names in your family trees with the billions, that's billions with a B, of records that MyHeritage has in its databases. Not only birth, marriage, and death, also census, immigration, even historical newspapers, military's books, and a lot of more. It works automatically, same as the smart matches, as data is added or modified into your tree, and also as more and more records are added to our collection. So goes without saying that the more individuals you have in your tree, the more chances that you have to receive a good record match. How do you know you receive a record match? Well, because now in your tree, you will see those brown icons in the card of the people, and you can click over there and go directly to the matches for that person. Or in the top gray menu, you will see the icon as well. Or as you already know, under the discovery menu, you will be able to evaluate the matches. And here is, again, just my personal opinion. I like to see the record matches by source. I think it's easier if I concentrate on a specific source and I go over all the matches once and that's it. What else you can do from here? Well, the first thing is just to set up the discovery settings, meaning, do you want low confidence or only very high confidence matches? I will suggest you start with the high or medium, and when you're done with those that we're talking about 99%, if not 100%, that they are a match, just go lower, and those are going to be matches that we don't have that much information, so we're not so sure if this is the person, but just with a little bit of reading and research, you will be able to find if this is true or not. The other thing that you can say is if you want to see only structured records, meaning records that we know exactly where and what is the first name, the last name, the place or the date, or you will want only those in free text like the newspaper, yearbooks, or other books. I particularly leave it on show all the record types, and I just go over the different records. Of course, that you can also sort here by the number of matches and the name of the collection, and you could just simply sort it as you want. In this case, I see that for the Netherlands civil birth records, I have one match. The New York State death individuals have 3 matches, and WikiTree has 1. But let's go into this Netherlands civil birth. And you will notice that the display here is very similar to the smart matches. We didn't want to confuse you with different ways of doing things. You can just sort here as well by value, first name, last name, or the relationship to you. You can also from here reject this match just in case that that will be the case. You will not be able to ignore the person from this window. On the left side, you see the information from your family tree, and all what you need now is to review that match in detail. Also here, just before I click there, notice that I have a list of the new information that this match is providing me. So here is the actual record transcription and all the information that MyHeritage has about this record. Also, on the left side, I will be able to view the profile or the tree of this individual. Remember, if I have no idea who this person is, that will be very useful. And right here also, you will be able to reject this match is if by any chance you went deeper and now you have all the information and you read, analyze, compare, and you say, well, no, I was hoping it looked like, but no, this is not a match. You reject it from here. We will give you the opportunity to print this, and I will probably ask you not to print and to save a few trees, but I do know that some of you prefer to have your records in print, or even save it as a PDF, which is a digital file, then you can save it in your computer and not necessarily print it per se, but just save this information. You can do that without any problem. Yep. From here, you can go into the profile view, view this person in the tree. So all you need to do now is confirm this match to go to the next window, which probably you were expecting by this time. Very similar to the smart matches with the same arrows that will allow you to extract the information. The source citation will be there already. And in this case, the source citation is actually the record, not another tree, because remember, we are now in record matches. You will be able here also to view more fields, and you already saw how that looks. So it's exactly the same. All you need to do, and you have more individuals mentioned in the record, and you can extract the information for them. But just remember to save all that to the tree. Once you're done, green icon on the top of the page, everything was confirmed. You will still be able to extract additional information later on. You will still be able to undo this confirmation, but 1 second, because while you were analyzing and extracting the information, once MyHeritage understood that this is your person, we provide you with other records or matches that you may be interested on based on the information from this particular record. And this is what we call record detective. The record detective will give you related records or related people based on that record that you already agree is matching your information. Okay, and then you can go into each of them and you can evaluate, you can accept, you can extract the information, and then we will bring you more records, and that will be like a snowball coming down the hill in the middle of the winter. And the very big reason why you may not go to sleep until 4 o'clock in the morning. I will just want to emphasize that the record matches also takes into account the newspaper collections. We're talking about more than 100 newspapers collections with 1.2 billion historical records. Now, it's not just the newspaper, but it's understanding what the newspaper is providing you, because we will read or do actually OCR, optical character recognition, to look for keywords like obituaries, weddings, graduations, information that for sure will be of your interest, and detect those pieces and add to that detection the names of your individuals, the dates and the places, and present it to you and match it to your family. Now, you don't need to trust me, of course, but I always like to bring this quote from my good friend and very good genealogy researcher, Randy Seaver, when he first experienced these record matches with the newspaper collection, because MyHeritage was able to push to his notice these records and these articles that otherwise would probably take years and years for him to evaluate and to find, and probably some newspapers that he never thought to look for. So the newspaper will look very similar. We will not be able to tell you exactly what you're gaining except for the whole story that was published in the archive. In the newspaper, and you will need to extract that information with a little bit more of work because the article may have different pieces of information, different facts, and you would like to save it in the proper fields. We will keep you as well updated with what's going on with the record matches with this regular weekly email every time that we find a match, just because you updated your tree or we updated our record collection. And remember, those collections are coming from all over the world, which means that there is a need in order to understand those records that may not be in Latin characters. And yes, a lot of those records are based in Latin characters, but MyHeritage has also a lot of them coming into other languages. And MyHeritage has a solution for you if you don't speak, if you don't read those languages, in order to be able to find those records and not lose any information at any point in time. And this is the global name translation technology that will allow us behind the scenes in our servers to transliterate the names that you have in your family tree into Greek, Hebrew, Russian, Ukrainian, and also other different spelling variations of those same names, and bring them to you, not only whenever you are searching in your in our search engine for the records, where you can search in your language, and we will bring you records in any language, and we will back transliterate that results so you can understand the names, at least, of those records. But that cross-language records also act in the record matches. So it doesn't matter if your profile is in Hebrew, Russian, Ukrainian, or English, and the records are in a totally different language. We will make sure that you always find the right records. Now, at this point, I would like to give you a little bit more, or one more tip regarding, I know some people are complaining about it, and I hope that everybody will be complaining about having too many matches. So what you can do? Well, first, you know what? You don't need to process all the matches. It is fine to leave some matches over there without revising or accepting or rejecting them. Yes, I do know that we tend to be obsessive compulsive, and we need to clear all the matches that we have as soon as possible. So then identify the most relevant for you, your close relatives, those people that you care more, and leave those that you care less. I'm not going to say again you don't care about them, but you care less to those further away relatives, and work first on those closer to you. Analyze those that gives you the more new information, because once that you have extracted all that information, the rest of the matches are still going to be matches, but they will not have new information for you. It's going to be easier just to clear them by accepting them all. And then you can just work in small batches. Yes, I agree. You may need to clear those matches once and for all, but you don't need to do them all today. You can leave them a little bit there for tomorrow or day after tomorrow, maybe the weekend. I would like just to point out here that MyHeritage has also a mobile app. And the good news is the mobile app synchronized with the website. And besides the very unique capabilities of taking pictures and recording audio, you can also do everything else from your mobile app wherever you go. You can accept the matches and you can extract the information just as I show you here on the website. But also the free family tree builder software that you can use both on your Mac, on your Windows computer. You can download, install, you can synchronize with the website, and always keep a backup of whatever you have in one place, also in the other, without any problem. To finish this lecture and to wrap up a little bit my presentation, I have kind of a magic recipe that I will suggest you to follow. First, build or upload your tree in the website, or making sure at least that you publish it on the website. You review the list of your smart matches and record matches, extracting the relevant information to your tree, because that will improve the quality of your tree, and that will trigger as well other matches with other family trees and other records. And always the most important thing is to enjoy with family and friends from everywhere. I would like to thank you one more time for being here. I hope you keep enjoying all those lectures coming up in this 24-hour marathon from Legacy Family Tree webinars. If you have questions, well, I don't think we have time for that now, but you're always welcome to visit myheritage.com/help. That is our help center, and you will find over there all the frequent asked questions and very hopefully also the answer. Until the next time, please take very good care of yourself and keep enjoying doing genealogy.
Daniel is right. We do not have time for questions. In fact, his presentation has gone over just a bit. So I am going to do door prizes really quick in the moment that we have before we have to jump on to the next webinar in our 24-hour marathon. I just want to point out that the webinars, don't leave yet because I haven't given out the door prize. The webinars will be available at familybreewebinars.com as replays, so don't worry about that. All right, our door prize is a 1-year MyHeritage complete plan, and we are going to give that prize out to Roger Wong. So congratulations, Roger. This is a great prize. You will need to set yourself up with a free account before they can apply the complete plan. You know, you have to have a free account, and then they'll add the complete plan prize to your email address. So just make sure you do that. I will be sending you an email with instructions about how to get that. So congratulations again, Roger. I'm sure you're going to enjoy that. All right. Thank you, Daniel, for that wonderful presentation. Thorough information there on smart matches. Next up, we have What's New in Jewish Genealogy 2022 by Ellen Kowitz. So hopefully we will see all of you there. You will need to, we'll end this one and we'll start that one fresh right now. Bye, everyone.